Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. So just before we start this video today, I just want to put a shout out to the Twitch channel here. We're going live on Twitch pretty much every night between 8 PM and 11 PM GMT. So make sure you join, please, and we're having a good time, having a good laugh, usually a few drinks, usually watch me doing something pretty stupid, so make sure you check out. But anyway, on to the video. So this video today is basically going to be my top 5 list of things that need to be improved in the game or added on to the game to kind of make it, try to push it to that next level, because the game's good, it's got a lot of issues, it's had a lot of bad press recently, but you know, when you're at the bottom there's only one way to go and that's up, so hopefully we can kind of build on this and the Plarium can sort their shit out, basically. So I'm going to go through the top 5 things I would personally recommend to them. There's literally hundreds of things that people have kind of asked for in this game, and there's a lot more stuff, but these are the things that I keep thinking, wow, I really wish we had this in the game, so I'm going to go through them. So the first thing we definitely need is we need more room for champions. There's just not enough room in this first window at the moment for champions. We are currently maxed out, so we have 100 champions we can hold in here. Now we can hold quite a bit more in the vault. I've not increased this all the way yet, but 100 champions is just not even remotely enough. Especially when you're kind of farming for food and things like that, you're constantly opening sometimes 500, 600, even thousands of green shards just to get stuff. So really need to massively increase the champion capacity in this part, and that's a super basic thing that shouldn't, in theory, should not be hard. Considering the amount of money Plarium make off this game, I can't see that being an issue for them. So that for me is just the absolute number one, needs to be fixed like right now, because it is a pain in the ass going back and forth trying to crunch champions, then go back and summon, then crunch. You know, it's just double handling. So anyway, while we're still on that one, the second most valuable thing I think at the moment is something within the vault or the champion screen which would have tabs. So like, for instance, in the champion vault, there's one vault and all your champions go into it. It would be nice to have maybe 5 or 6 customizable tabs where you could put separate groups of champions in. So, for instance, you could have one tab that said food, and you could literally just farm loads of food champions and stick them in there. And that's kept them separate from all your other stuff, because sometimes when you're looking through for champions, you've got to scroll through all these things, and a lot of them look similar, and there's always a chance of, I know you can lock or unlock champions, but there's always a chance of you crunching the wrong champion. So, but you know, even things like you could have, I don't know, different champions for different parts of the game. So clan boss champions, have them in a separate tab. So have your food in one tab, have your fire knight champions in one tab, your arena champions in another tab, and the champions 2 level up in another tab. And then even within your champion screen, not just the vault, it'd be nice to even have a couple of tabs on that as well, just for a bit of organisation. I mean, organisation goes a long way in games like this, and it's so much easier to kind of know what's going on if you know where everything is, and you can kind of organise stuff a bit. So moving away from that, I think the next main thing, and this is something people ask for all the time, is definitely going to be some sort of rework to the clan boss. Now, the number one thing a lot of people ask for is for the clan boss to have unlimited HP, because that means, you know, you're not really inclined to get into an amazing clan at the moment, because if your clan kills the clan boss that you're after right away, you're not going to get time to actually, you know, you might be busy at work by the time you get home, the clan boss is dead, you've missed your chance to get the chest. So that's kind of an issue. I think that needs to be addressed. The other thing as well is there's just not enough interaction with sort of the clan system at the moment. There's no real friend chat, there's no adding friends to your list. There's, you know, you're just kind of going in to work together to take down this clan boss, but there needs to be more, you know, a second clan boss, maybe something a bit completely different where you kind of have rounds or something like that, and you have to, you know, people are going to have to fill specific roles to do certain things. You know, someone might have to make a damage team, and like 5 or 6 people do damage teams, then another couple, they'll maybe just do a healing sort of team and you'll work together. I don't know how it would work, but something a bit different needs to be done in the clan boss, and something to make the clans more interactive, you know, more leaderboards, more kind of rewards for being a community as such. The raid community is really good, but I feel the raid community has been kind of designed on its own through YouTube and Twitch and Discord. It's really became a very vibrant community, but the game's not really letting that community thrive as much as it could in game, so that definitely needs to change. The next thing I would like to see is a massive overhaul to the PvP side of this game. Now, it's kind of standard in games like this, the way it is. You know, you're going in, you're fighting the kind of automated defense team that the other team has put up, and that's fine, that's what it does, and it's super grindy, but games like this, I quite like the grind. I guess you're grinding to get your Great Hall, which is good, I get it, but again, there just needs to be more. I would like to see an actual PvP representation in this game, so something where maybe bracket tournaments, you would go in and you would manual fight other players at a certain time, and you know, you could get ranked that sort of way, because auto's great, but you're never going to be you're never going to be as good on auto as you are in manual, because there's always situations where it comes up where you're going to be thinking a few moves ahead. It's kind of like a collective card game, you know, Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone. You're trying to set things up for later on, you know, lay down the defenses on these people, and then one guy's nearly dead, you know, you need to kill the revive though, whereas the auto team aren't necessarily going to go for that. So it'd be really fun to actually have a proper PvP based sort of tournament bracket system in this. I don't know exactly how they would do it, but some way of getting that into the game would be a bit better. The other thing as well is it's a week long, the ranking period in this, and I feel the rewards for it just are not there. Like, the reward really for doing PvP is the Great Hall. If the Great Hall didn't exist, I doubt I would really be doing it, to be honest, because it's a lot of grinding. Granted, once you're in Guild 4, it's fairly easy to stay in there. Platinum's a nightmare of getting into. There's no point even trying to compete in there. You have to be proper min-maxed up to go into Platinum, but I feel the rewards just aren't up to it. I haven't got enough to make it worthwhile so far. Don't know what you guys think. Please leave in the comments if you think I'm wrong and you've got good stuff from it. But yeah, at the moment, an overhaul to the PvP is needed. And lastly, I think some sort of overhaul to the Nightmare campaign, or campaign in general, I guess. A campaign at the moment is definitely just used for leveling up champions, that is it. Obviously you get the raid card, which gives you a boost in campaign battles, so you get the most experience for your buck doing something like farming 12-3 brutal, or nightmare for that matter. But that kind of leads me into this next part of the argument for this one, is nightmare is just too difficult and it's not enough rewards to make it worth doing. There's absolutely zero point in farming nightmare because the rewards are just not good enough compared to the brutal rewards to make it worth all that extra time, you know. Time's an issue for a lot of people, and you've got to get through that energy quick, get these people leveled up. It's just too difficult now. I mean, when I say difficult, it's not necessarily difficult, it's time consuming. You know, yeah, at the moment it definitely needs an overhaul, maybe some just better rewards really for doing it. I was expecting maybe more than one sacred shard just for completing the whole thing, but that's just for a one-off. But you need like a repeat reason to do it. You know, once you 3-star all of Nightmare, there is probably no point really in going back, unless you're needing like 6-star basic common or uncommon gear, like your lifesteal for your clan boss and stuff. But once you get to that point, you're going to be farming dragon quite a lot, and you're probably going to be getting most of that gear from there anyway, and it's going to be better. It's going to be sort of epic and legendary gear, so really there needs to be more of an incentive to do Nightmare campaign, I think. So anyway guys, that's the top 5 things I would like to see come out in the game, probably in the next sort of 4 or 5 months or so. We've got to be realistic. Plarium aren't the fastest company in the world. Even when things seem simple, they seem to have a lot of problems. But this leads me into my next thing. I'm going to put a 6 option in here as well, and this is probably the most obvious one to everyone, is server issues. They need to be addressed. They have been much better, touch wood, since the patch 1.13 update, but it was really bad, and I feel they lost a lot of the player base during that time when there was a lot of negative press about them, and there was loads of issues with the whole Dracomorph incident and lots of different things. So they need to really learn from that and make sure the server issues are sorted. Even if they were to shut the game down during a quiet time when there's no events going on as such for a couple of days and really just overhaul it, I'm pretty sure the community would be more than happy about that. But rather than like getting random players banned for like a week while everyone else is playing, that's just going to create animosity, especially in a game like this where you do or can spend a fair bit of cash in it. It's always going to create issues, you know. So I would like to see the server issues and the whole game as such just overhauled, because at the end of the day, it's not a complicated game, you know. You've got games like Destiny, World of Warcraft, really intricate live systems that are going around different worlds. This is effectively a home screen with a server, with people generate. You know, there's nothing in here that should really be causing these problems. So I'd like to see that addressed before the game can really move on to the next level, because that's just going to create issues every time a patch comes out. And then hopefully it will allow them to release patches quicker, you know. You want to see more updates more quickly, just being able to power through the content, and in the end it's going to benefit Plarium as well, because people are going to spend more on their game that way. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave in the comments if you thought of any other suggestions. I'm sure there's loads. I'd like to see what everyone else is thinking, and maybe we can fire some emails or even put this video across the Plarium and see what they can do about it. But again, yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps me. Check me out on Twitch as well. We always stream most nights, and yeah, hope you have a good one, guys. Catch you guys later.